CP2, there are agendas and there is a sign-in sheet going around if you haven't signed in yet. Approval of the pre-construction meeting minutes. Hopefully y'all got copies of that. Are there any comments? If not, safety, security, adjacent project issues. I guess any safety issues to report, nothing like that. Recent communications with nearby residents. I know we've been having a few discussions with folks. Rebecca, you on top of all those, or Jackie?
Yeah, Jackie is in communication with.
And I mean, any critical resident. I mean, I think everything pretty much has been resolved as it's been coming up.
It has. And the last one, just a kind of, she wanted to know what impact her driveway. Shared that potentially the apron, the approach may have to be demoed, but we just don't know the impact. We'll do what we can to preserve it, but may not. That is the, I guess, the plus. That is the power line side.
Yep.
So we are limited to it.
Okay.
She was fine with it. It was just more.
Crystal, have you been hearing anything or from residents or anything that we need to be aware of? I'm assuming that if things come up, you let us know.
I would definitely let you know, but I've not heard anything yet. Okay.
Yeah, as Jackie said, there have been one or two things just out in the field he catches as they come up. But
okay.
Usually they'll call me.
Okay.
I'll get hold of Jackie.
Okay.
So that's on.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it sounds like it's so far. I mean, yeah, we've had a couple things come up enough to kind of test the system we got in place, and it seems like it's working. So
yeah, the ladies up front have my business card, I think, on standby.
okay.
They've been passing out. Feel like candy.
Give him Joel's name. Give him Joel's name. There you go.
Do you have any update on that that sign? Did you get a chance to mark the ground where you want that sign moved to?
I didn't see no sign down. I think whatever crew was on it, the one that Scott asked me about, when I came through, they didn't have no sign down. No more. So
Okay, we haven't moved it. So
it was nothing there. So he was talking about with the churches coming up D Street, the Catholic church right there. He said it was a sign right close to the driveway. I didn't see anything when I came through that.
Yeah, that wouldn't have been park sign. No.
Yeah, so that's why I was thinking maybe somebody else doing something there.
Okay.
But it was gone when I made my trip through there.
Okay.
So central and one at the layout you wanted later.
Yeah, and that was I came back and told him that I didn't see anything there.
Very good.
But I did let you know just in case.
Okay.
All right. Great. Work performed over the last 30 days.
Work performed, as y'all know, clearing's done. That's been done before the pre-construction meeting. Road control's in. We're almost done with test drilling for rock. Got a couple of streets left, 11th Street and around A Street some. Deliveries to date, we've got 5,000 million feet of FRP sitting on the ground and manholes all the way up to 1107 right there where 11th and B Street come together.
Okay. And forecast for the next 30 days.
Next 30 is going to be looking at pre-blast surveys get done. You'll see surveying for the manhole staking. We'll be setting up the bypasses downstream in the southern interceptor. You'll see we hope to begin excavation for pipeline. It's probably going to be second week of February, tentative. And then also, I'm hoping in the next 30, we'll be able to start the microtunnel in the sense of pits and mobilization and all that. We are still waiting on the microtunnel submittal from Young. So as soon as that gets in, that's high priority for them. We're just waiting on engineering to come back with a full design so we can get all the boxes checked when it comes to y'all.
Okay. And when it comes time, they're going to be setting up on the southeast side of 85 or
yes, with the one at the launch site on the plans, they're setting up with that. Yes.
Okay. All right. We need to be having a pre-installation meeting with DOT or with anybody on 85. I can't remember what's in the specifications for me. I mean, before they
were at the pre-con.
Yeah, I know they were at the pre-con. I'm just trying to, if you could help me remember to follow up with them just to see if they want to have another face-to-face or something like that before the work actually starts and all that. I mean,
I'm going to shoot them an email just to give them a notice about D Street.
Okay.
We're probably in 30 days for take. I'll go ahead and send the flare up, let them, if they got any heartburn about us open cutting, closing D Street, let's go ahead and get ahead of it. Same thing with 85. If they say anything, let us know. We can get teams called Young and
Okay,
us quickly.
okay. Yeah, and one other thing that we did come up on the previous meeting is we are closing roads. Just if we make sure, coordinate with Jackie and we'll figure out a way to just notify local EMS, all that kind of stuff, just let them know the road's gonna be closed for, if, when and where. Coordination items, so overall schedule, critical path items, I think we have seen the schedule. I think things look good so far, so everything, we'll just, want to make sure that keeps it updated, as the project goes on. Talked about the the posters at the site and David's Bacon signage, all that kind of stuff. We do have a bulletin board somewhere for all that stuff.
Lay down yard's got a Connex, the way we do it, we use a big screen door. Keeps
Okay.
it out of weatherproof and all that.
Yep.
Laminated, it's all sitting on the side of the Connex.
Okay, yeah, and that's the kind of thing when Jason does come around to do his quarterly inspections, he's gonna want to put eyes on all that kind of stuff as well, if he hasn't already, so.
If he gives you a heads up that he's coming, let us know. I'd want to have also our EHS manager, Jose,
Mhm.
he can come out here too. That way, if he's got any questions, he can.
Yeah, I'm trying to think, he was out here, was it just last month for CP1, I think it was, January meeting? Yeah, so I would expect him, it'll probably be after the March meeting, I would guess. We'll let you know if that changes, but yeah, he usually tells us, I'm gonna be at the meeting and I'm gonna go out and check out the site afterwards, so. And I would assume he's gonna be doing both projects on the same month, so, yeah. Amarok pilot program?
Yeah, so I spoke with Antoinette this morning and we're coordinating the wall thickness right now. That looks like we're moving forward. She requested that we drop down to 3 inch.
And that's all just for the polymer concrete manhole.
Yeah, just
Some metals approvals, design requirements, all
Yeah.
that stuff. Yep.
Yeah.
And other things I know we're kind of early on, so, with regards to coordination, things have been going all right, lay down in storage, everything's worked out. We've got all,
395s here. It'll be put together here in about another hour.
oh, great,
Set the counterweight.
excellent.
Yeah, the biggest thing is the 2 rush items I've got that are probably going to be, and they're currently in our court to get completed. I've got the microtunnel that we talked about, and then the blast plan. I talked with our blaster today. We're going to get his plan information, get him squared away, and he should have us something by Friday. So fingers crossed that that'll come through, but we'll be able to get a blast plan going. They'll also go ahead and start pre-blast surveys, start getting that whole area blanketed. There's rocks ranging from 9 feet deep to 3 feet deep.
Okay. As far as blast monitoring and all that kind of stuff, is that I don't remember if we have that in the specs as F&R monitoring that, or if we got any requirements for anybody coming out.
I mean, we're going to do it for sure.
Yeah.
We
I'm
generally
just trying.
handle our vibration monitor.
Okay.
And then we can get the reports and everything, so y'all have these.
Okay. All right. So, okay. Yeah. Occasionally we will put that on a third party, but yeah,
Yep.
it always makes sense to have a blaster set up all that stuff. Okay.
And then if you do have any sort of third party you need, just let us know.
Yeah, we'll just confirm that, but,
That's Carolina.
Yes, sir.
They did the same thing. They blasted. They did the same. They set up their own monitor.
yeah, but again, just, the pre-blast survey, since we are going to be closer to more people, so.
That's a good insurance policy.
Okay, any field observations, anything else, identified at this point?
One thing that's coming up, just let everybody know, there's 2 12-inch connections shown at the bottom of the job. Those are actually 15s. The guys measured them yesterday, and then they'll measure again with Jackie, do a man entry and check that. What we're going to do there, I think this is the easiest solution. We'll go to a 16-inch ductile, and then we'll get a shear band firm coat to attach that 15 PVC to a 16-inch DIP. The only thing we'll have there is some extra cost on material, and we can just include that with that value engineering we're doing anyway.
Okay.
We can just add that. There shouldn't be any time impact. It's just literally material cost differences.
Okay.
Only other thing I've got is, kind of preemptively, and I don't know if it's gonna affect you. And we've got a lot of manholes that are staged down the road and a lot of structures there. With the snow they're anticipating. I don't know, I'm assuming the cities, you guys have your own valve, is that gonna be DOT through town or what?
It's probably a combination of DOT and town of Butler. I'm not sure what either one of.
So the state roads is all handled by, on asphalt.
Okay. Well, it sounds like they subcontract or they contract out.
So
So
just being aware that when they're blading that off, if they hit any of those structures, they're gonna be full of snow, those structures. We'll want to take an inventory of that after that's done.
And they won't stop.
Not damaged.
We've got cones around. I'll double check with our site superintendent, make sure those are freshed up for the end of the week, but we've got skinny drums that are, we get that much snow, the cones are hidden. They're bigger problems. But
Yeah, your side streets, your number streets, most likely you won't see them push.
Okay.
But C Street, D and B will all be state roads.
we'll have the guys double check the cones for us, and that way they'll be well marked. The files will see them.
Okay. Talked a little bit about the Smells microtunnel and the blast plan. Anything else critical coming up, Austin?
Critical ones, we'll still have coatings, those are down the line a little bit, some asphalt, casing, a few things. We got a list still, a handful of items left.
Okay.
But nothing super critical. Pipe's been approved. We're good now on the ringing covers, except for that one. That one's gonna go composite, so
Yeah.
I kind of took myself out of that equation. And then,
Yep.
panels, of course, are mainly here. They're coming, so.
Okay. Record drawings, and pay application. I mean, again, keeping track of stuff, keeping track of the record drawings and our set of red lines. That's another thing DWI is going to want to look at. And, pay application number one, I know one or two retries on that, which is pretty common first time through, but we got it in. That is into Sigwassa for processing now. Review of pending change orders, field orders, work change directives. We do have the value engineering change order that we will, we haven't really started pulling that together on our end, but
Well, so I know that Bobby is working to pull that together, and I sent the summary of the VE items to you this morning.
Jump on that and see if we can get something in next week.
okay, great.
I think we've got most of it already done all together, and we wanted to make sure we got everything.
Mhm.
Okay.
It's gonna be-
All right, yeah, when we get that all pulled together, we'll sit down and take a look before we finalize and get everything done with that. Nobody from USDA or DWI on the line right now. Yeah, I mean, it's first meeting, things are still kind of getting kicked off, but I mean, anything else we haven't discussed? Any other items we want to go through?
You don't want to kick off that, weekly meeting. Also.
So we've been holding since the notice to proceed, a 2-week look ahead meeting where we go over coordination items and any traffic
We
impacts.
can get you on that, Joel. Yeah.
Yeah, so I sent you the last 3 meeting minutes. Are you wanting to be on the call with us?
Yeah, just in case. I think Scott wanted me to keep.
Yeah, sure. I'll add you to I'll send an invite.
Yeah, I mean, anything else to discuss? I think that's, like I said, first meetings are usually kind of quick, but, we all good?
We have something exciting to talk about.
I know, well, no, I no, don't get me wrong. I am perfectly fine with this.
I'm hoping we're able to get the production, get moving. Our book right now is 60 feet a day.
Okay,
Depends on a few things. We gotta see how the rock breaks and the other things, but hope we can get that and we'll motor, I hope.
okay, great. Well, yeah, just make sure Jackie's kept in the loop about what you guys are doing, when and where, and yeah, I mean, hopefully things go smoothly.
Bill, I got a few things.
Oh, geez, Michael. Okay, slow. Yeah. Okay, go ahead, Michael.
Thank you for that introduction. So I don't know if this has come up already, but we've gotten some questions from NCDOT about our traffic management plans on construction package 1 and how and the submission and whether they actually reviewed them or not. So we're working through that on construction package 1, but it very much relates to package 2 as well. So I don't know if DOT is going to kind of review our traffic management plans again and provide any comments on package 2, but if they do, we'll coordinate with you guys on that. But I raise that up just in case you're talking to some of the folks at DOT. There might be some confusion on whether or not there are already traffic management plans for the job. Any of that makes sense?
Yeah, and yeah, if you have any more questions, I could fill you in afterwards, but yeah.
Okay. We also have some varying asphalt depths for the replacement asphalt on this job. Rebecca, maybe we can just touch base later on and make sure that we are aligned and there's no confusion, because for Parks benefit, we did some work after permit approval to get some adjustments to some of those asphalt depths. So we just want to make sure to reflect those correctly in the field.
Mhm.
And then the last thing is, I know I mentioned this briefly at our pre-construction meeting, but we do, on the very downstream end of the project, have the JOPED force main tying in, and it's kind of a weird configuration, that last stretch of pipe where how the force main ties in, the gravity line ties in, and how it all relates to one another as far as the construction package 1 project and what we're doing for that. So I don't know if Austin, you've put any thought to that or knows that kind of weird configuration, but we probably want to make sure we're all aligned on exactly how you guys plan on approaching that, since that's the first part of the job for you.
So we looked at it yesterday. Liz and I went and popped some manholes, took a look. What we're going to end up doing is we'll widen the 20-inch that's coming in, given the height that it's coming in at. And we'll basically lay out a manhole 1001. We'll leave it in place, not interrupt the force mains. We'll keep flow going downstream. We'll build an interior dam before we cut it. We'll lay out of there, set manhole 101A and keep going. When they do decommission those pump stations, take those force mains offline, we'll come back down, set up a small bypass to loop around that one manhole, tear out 1001, and then put the ductile into manhole 101A as shown on the plans. We just got, instead of setting manhole 101A and laying out from there, given the height of that 20, we just discovered it was better just to modify manhole 1001 and go with it straight out of that manhole with FRP.
So that went right over my head, but I guess just coordinate with Jackie, and then maybe Jackie, we could jump on a call and just talk through that approach, because it is a little bit weird, especially where the force main ties in, because you can't actually see. I think it was the force main. You can only see the gravity line, or maybe it's vice versa. If you pop the manhole and look in there. So again, it sounds like you guys probably have it covered, but I just want to make sure I'm clear on what the approach is going to be.
Yeah.
Trying to think, thought there was one other thing I wanted to mention. I think we've got something in there about some sort of a pre-construction meeting before we do any work near the Newton property. That's the Railroad Road and portion of A Street. And I don't think you guys are going to be anywhere near that right now, since you're starting at the downstream end and then working on the tunnel under 85. But before we do any work in that area, those guys were heavily involved in the design and what some of the requirements are. So I think they wanted to have some sort of a meeting before we do any work. They've also got some specialty equipment in their warehouses that could be sensitive to some of the blasting. So they're going to do some calibrations before we do any of the blasting of their equipment and get those documented. And then they're going to do calibrations after and find out if there was any impact from the blasting or the construction. So I just want to make sure we're all on the same page before we do any work in that area.
Yep, we're, like you say, we're a ways from that with the tunnel coming first. Because we won't shoot thing up there until we actually go to start digging.
Yep, sounds good. Sounds good. I think that's it for me then.
All right. Anything else? All right. If not, we'll go ahead and call that a wrap on meeting number one. But yeah, let's keep the lines of communication open. They've been good so far. Let's keep that up. And if anything comes up, just let us know. All right.
Have a good one.
Thank you.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank
Thanks.
you.
Thank you.